I started teaching when I was in graduate school, and that would have been somewhere in the late 60s, the 1960s, not 1860s. The real value of education is that the student is actively engaged in the learning process. And I think my own view is that having online education makes it very, very difficult for students to do that. As far as classroom, I can do PowerPoint. I choose not to use PowerPoint. And I think sometimes PowerPoint can be overused. And I think some students are getting bombarded so much with PowerPoint, they actually sometimes feel it's a nice change of pace if they don't have PowerPoint.
I've been teaching at Washington Lee for about a quarter of a century. Technology that was available at the time, which was a chalk and blackboard. But then, essentially, since I began to teach research methods, which was about 20 years ago, I began to use computers for computing, actually. In terms of my teaching, I think technology has been very, very helpful, yes.
I've been known for about 6 years. Before that, I was taught high school for 10 years. Okay. But it was really this school year that I started to combine my teaching with my own blog. And so what I've been posting on my blog has been interacting with the kind of material that I'm teaching in the classroom. So it's kind of fun that the two are sort of feeding off each other. The class I'm teaching right now is called Superheroes, and the blog is entirely about pop culture, focusing on the superheroes. And so what I'm doing, actually this Monday, I will post, I had all of my students go see the Avengers movie, and I had them each write a brief analysis, just a single paragraph, there are 12 of them. And so I'm combining that into a single post, and that will go up Monday morning for anyone to see. Every novel I taught, I would just go on YouTube and find an interview with the author, which is just so much fun, and you just find a 2-minute clip, and there's usually literally a dozen, and you just grab the 2 minutes that speaks directly to whatever issue you want to bring up in class. And so just the opportunity for students to see and hear the author, it's a wonderful opportunity, and 10 years ago I couldn't do that without, massive research and, trying to get special order various videos and whatnot. So just the instant availability of information is wonderful.
I've only been at W.mov for 1 year, and I'm only going to be here for 1 year. I love technology. I use it a lot in my applied work and in my personal life, so I really like to bring it into the classroom. Plus, I know that your generation is very tech-savvy and very comfortable with technology. So I feel like it seems to be pretty appealing to my students. Well, I always use some kind of PowerPoint slide just to give it a nice framework to my class. I don't like to have a lot of text on the slides and just read off of them. I think that that's very ineffective use of technology, but I think it provides a good backdrop to the class and kind of lets everybody know where we are. After that, probably the technology I use most is video. I like to use a lot of video, especially things like TED Talks. I bring those into class a lot. If we're talking about a research study or a theory, I would much rather have the person who's done that research study or done a lot of work on that theory talk about it and tell the class about it, as opposed to them listening to me talk more. But I also think that it's a big distraction in the classroom. I know a lot of my students take notes on their laptops, and there will be a time in class where no one else is taking notes and someone in the back is like frantically typing and smiling, and I know that they're like IMing, So in that respect, having cell phones and laptops constantly at your disposal can detract from the learning experience.